Welcome to another episode of Thank You Monday. I'm your host, Fluff. Welcome to episode number 231. Man, that's a lot of questions. And it's a lot of times that I have said, first question, where do you store all your files for the channel? Do you have external drives or do you utilize cloud storage? If you mean the actual master files for the YouTube videos themselves, the answer is I don't, not anymore. I used to for many, many years, and I used to have hard drives just piling up, but I think I'm almost at 1,000 videos. I stopped caring. I don't care. I've never once had an instance of, oh no, I need that master file, because I can log right into YouTube and re-download the file if I need to. And I had to do that a couple of times just when I'm making compilation videos or something like that. But generally speaking, there's zero reason to keep the master files for the YouTube videos, just because I upload and make way too many of them, and I could download them from the cloud, from Google, if possible. I just have to make sure that my channel doesn't get deleted for some unknown reason. But as long as I stick to that, I should be fine. And even, you know what, even if I lost everything tomorrow, like, whatever, it's fine. Have you gotten a chance to play the PRS MT15 amp? I have played it. I played the very, very first production one. I was at this last NAMM 2018, and hung out with Mark Tremonti and Andy James in the room where the PRS execs had to have Tremonti sign off on the final production amp. And he got to play it, and Andy got to play it. I kind of got to play it later. I went back and played it. But it's a great amp. And I love the fact that it has a big bottle tube in it, not a tiny EL84 or something like that. So you really get a solid low end. It's just a really great amp. I should probably get one. I should at least do a video of one. I've just been busy. I've been meaning to contact PRS and get one, but yeah, it's a really, really, really solid amp. Are you a fan of Chris Shiflett? Yes, actually, I am a huge Chris Shiflett fan. Not because he's in the Foo, I mean, I love him in the Foo Fighters, and he did a lot of good for the Foo Fighters, but at the time when he joined the Foo Fighters in, I think it was 2000, I was a huge punk rock guy, and thusly, I was a huge No Use for a Name fan, and I had seen Chris in No Use for a Name in like tiny clubs, and then all of a sudden, he's in the Foo Fighters? Like, what? When did that happen? Like, I remember all my friends being like, wait, what? Chris from No Use for a Name is in Foo Fighters? What? But, you know, the dude is so talented, and he shreds, and I love the fact that he has like a country side project. Just amazing. Like, that guy's living the dream, and he knows he's living the dream, and I love that he knows that. Like, he doesn't take anything for granted. He's a nice dude. So, yes, huge fan of Chris Shiflett and the Foo Fighters and No Use for a Name and anything Chris has ever done, really. If you had to use one Mesa amp besides the dual rec, what would it be and why? Oh, man. You know what? That's a tough question. I guess it would be the JP2C or something like a Mark V, Mark Series. We'll just say Mark Series. Maybe Mark IV, maybe Mark V, or the JP2C. I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to try them all out. But you know what? If I couldn't pick the dual rec or the rectifier series in general, it's probably gonna be the Mark Series, because the Mark Series is just, it was so good live. That's actually one of my favorite live tones I ever had, was the JP2C. In the mix, it sat so well with the rest of the band and sound guys. You just be like, oh man, that's just, I don't know what that is, but it sounds really good, son. Yes, Mesa Boogie Mark Series if I couldn't pick the rectifier series. Although, I want to pick the rectifier series. And now, Fluff reads a tweet. When there is no one in the middle seat next to me on the plane, it makes me think the world might still have some good left in it. My suggestion to you this week is to check out the Netflix original Ozarks. This show has been around for 2 seasons now, and I believe they just wrapped up the second one. I binge watched both seasons. I love Jason Bateman. This cast is stellar. It's kind of a Breaking Bad down south kind of thing, and it's a really, really solid show. I just love it. And I can't wait for season 3. And if you're a fan of Breaking Bad and those kinds of shows, you would definitely like Ozarks if you haven't checked it out already. All the links down below in the description. You have been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.